You don't drink alcohol. You try to eat healthy, so your liver should be perfectly fine, right? Surprisingly, millions of people develop fatty liver without ever drinking alcohol. The real causes may be hiding in everyday habits you never suspected. Your liver is one of the busiest organs in your body. Every day, it processes nutrients, stores energy, and removes harmful substances from your blood. But when too much fat begins collecting inside its cells, the changes often happen silently, long before you notice any symptoms. Inside your liver, fat doesn't simply sit on the surface. It builds up inside individual liver cells. As more fat accumulates, these cells become swollen and less efficient, making it harder for your liver to perform hundreds of essential jobs that keep your body healthy. One of the biggest surprises is that alcohol isn't the only source of liver fat. When your body regularly receives more sugar than it needs, the liver converts much of that extra sugar into fat. Over time, this fat can slowly build up inside the liver. Fructose, a type of sugar commonly found in soft drinks and many processed foods, is handled mainly by the liver. When consumed in excess, the liver can turn much of it into fat, increasing the risk of fatty liver over time. The problem isn't always obvious. Many people rarely drink alcohol but consume hidden sugars every day through flavored drinks, breakfast cereals, snack bars, sweetened yogurt, and processed foods. These small choices can quietly add up over time. As liver fat increases, the liver may become less responsive to insulin. This condition, known as insulin resistance, can make it easier for even more fat to build up, creating a cycle that gradually becomes harder for the body to break.
One reason fatty liver is often discovered by accident is that it may not cause noticeable symptoms in its early stages. Many people feel completely healthy while fat is quietly building up inside their liver.
Dinner soon, everyone.
Healthy liver cells efficiently process nutrients, store vitamins, and help regulate your body's metabolism. But as fat fills these cells, they become less efficient, making it harder for the liver to perform its many essential functions.
Many people believe fatty liver only affects those who drink alcohol. In reality, regularly consuming foods and drinks high in added sugars and refined carbohydrates can also increase the risk. Avoiding alcohol alone doesn't always protect your liver.
Fat doesn't just take up space inside the liver. As it continues to build, it can place stress on liver cells. In some people, this may trigger inflammation, making the liver work even harder and increasing the risk of further damage over time. Because early fatty liver often causes no symptoms, many people discover it during a routine medical checkup or imaging test. That's why regular health screenings can be important, especially if you have risk factors. Even before permanent damage develops, excess fat can place metabolic stress on liver cells. The harder these cells have to work, the less efficiently they perform important jobs like processing nutrients, storing energy, and supporting normal metabolism.
It's not just what you eat, but how often. Frequent sugary snacks, sweet drinks, and excess calories, especially late in the day, can keep sending extra fuel to the liver. When that energy isn't needed, much of it can be stored as fat.
Your liver can store only a limited amount of energy as glycogen. Once those stores are full, excess calories, especially from sugar and refined carbohydrates, can be converted into fat and stored inside liver cells. Fatty liver doesn't develop overnight. As fat continues to build up, overloaded liver cells begin sending stress signals. At first, your liver keeps doing its job remarkably well, but if the excess fat keeps increasing, more cells can become affected over time. Diet isn't the only factor. Spending most of the day sitting and getting very little physical activity can also increase the risk of fatty liver. When your body burns fewer calories, more excess energy may be stored as fat, including inside the liver. If the excess energy continues day after day, fat keeps accumulating inside liver cells. Over months or even years, these tiny deposits can grow larger, making the liver work harder while the changes remain completely silent. Your liver is designed to receive fat, burn fat for energy, and send fat back into the bloodstream when needed. But when more fat arrives than the liver can burn or export, the excess becomes trapped inside liver cells. Little by little, those fat stores continue to grow.
You're so fit. Thanks. I feel great.
Fatty liver isn't limited to people who are overweight. Some people with a normal body weight can also develop it, especially if excess fat is stored around their organs or if they have underlying metabolic risk factors. One of the biggest reasons fatty liver is often missed is that the liver can keep working even while fat is building up inside it. Because the liver has very few pain-sensitive nerves, these changes may happen quietly, without causing noticeable pain or warning signs in the early stages. A healthy liver constantly burns fat and sends excess fat back into the bloodstream. But when too much fat keeps arriving, the liver can't keep up. More fat becomes trapped inside its cells, and the buildup slowly continues, even without alcohol. Fatty liver isn't caused by one single meal or one single habit. It usually develops from small everyday choices that gradually overload the liver. That's why understanding the real causes is the first step toward protecting this remarkable organ. Looking healthy doesn't always mean your liver is healthy. Fatty liver often develops silently, hidden from view, which is why understanding its causes is so important. The earlier you recognize the risks, the better informed you can be about your health.
Every organ in your body has a story, and every story hides a secret. Which health mystery should we uncover next? Subscribe to Health Glow Secrets and join us on the next journey inside the human body.